this reason that it was only until I began studying it that I realized that it was written by Cecile Chaminade. Now, I've only ever known female Ceciles in my life, so that's when I realized that this piece was written by a female composer. I just wanted to add on, this is March, and March is Women's National History Month, so yeah, it's great that we have a Women's Day. Cecile Chaminade lived from 1857 to 1944. From a young age, she showed lots of talent. At age 8, George Bizet heard some of her compositions and encouraged her to continue. Throughout her life, almost all her works were published and under her own name, not under a male pen name or the name of her husband. In England, she was a favorite of Queen Victoria as a pianist, and in the Midwest of the United States, she had Chaminade fan clubs. In her homeland of France, she was recognized with the Légion d'honneur, or the Legion of Honor. Although many of her pieces were bestsellers during her lifetime, Cecile Chaminade's name has more or less disappeared into a myriad of composers from the past. Only the Concertino that I will be playing today, composed in 1907, is still regularly performed. The Concertino is written for flute and piano, or written for flute and orchestra, but is most commonly played with piano. This is Natalie, my accompanist. It's a melodic rhapsody. Several episodes contrasting characters and emotions make up a single movement. The first theme is a sweet yet longing melody. The second is a more playful theme, and this is labeled più animato e agitato, and that means animated and agitated, which is totally different from the first theme. And this is followed by a chaotic chromatic section. I will be sharing the cadenza with you last. This is a really cool cadenza because it utilizes ideas from the original theme but takes a darker mood and captures some of the frenzied character in the third episode. I'm going to skip to the part where you can hear the first theme. So the Concertino was commissioned as the annual piece at the Paris Conservatoire Flute Concours, which is the most highly regarded flute contest in Paris in the Romantic period. It is dedicated to flute professor Paul Taffanel, whom legends say was Cecile Chaminade's unrequited love. Some say she wrote this piece as a final goodbye and crashed his wedding to give him the piece, and the bride's mother responded by sending her a thank you card with a death threat on the back. Others say the work was written to punish the flute-playing lover after he left her to marry someone else by making it fiendishly difficult so that he would not be able to play it. Despite her popularity in both Europe and the US and her impressive achievements, it did not mean that she didn't face obstacles as a female composer. Its online journal called Listen put it, while her character pieces were denounced as salon music, dismissed for their femininity, her concert works faced criticism for being fraudulently masculine. Despite sexist criticism, it was undeniable that Chaminade had talent. Ambroise Thomas, a French composer and teacher, once said of her, "This is not a woman who composes, but a composer who is a woman." I think acknowledging her first as a composer before a woman, and especially in her time, would have been a remarkable statement. Identifying female composers as a separate category was and is not unusual, as the field of musical composition has historically been very male dominant. I think change is on the way, starting with our group, but not really. Group is part of it. But it will be gradual. Today, we're just getting past this historical barrier and traditional belief that women can't be composers. But this could be very different in the future. Everyone here at SMS and outside of SMS could be part of this future.